America has gone through hell. With over 228,000 Americans dead and counting, according to the Center for Disease Control, from the virus that before this year was completely unknown, to an increased level of division between people politically to the extent that has not been seen for generations in this country, America has a lot to mourn over. The spread of the COVID-19 has not only brought pain and anguish to the American people because of the death toll that it has brought, it has also left millions crippled financially due to the restrictions that have been incited by it. Due to the heightened infectivity rate of the coronavirus, leaders have been forced to essentially shut down the economy in order to limit the spread of the illness the best that they can. While the cause of the shutdown it's advocating is a noble one, it has left millions of people unemployed without any form of substantial income. In fact, in May of 2020, during the original height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the reported unemployment totaled at roughly 20.5 million Americans, according to the Pew Research Center, numbers that were similar to the Great Depression. While these factors have been justly and importantly focused on during the coverage of the pandemic, many Americans have struggled less with the medical and financial devastations caused by the coronavirus, and more so on the communal destruction that have occurred during the pandemic. As stated before, because of the virus, the government has advised everyone to stay at home and limit contact with the people outside of their households to mitigate the spread. This has caused great unrest among people in the country. As time goes on, we see more and more people trying to find community in a time that has made it difficult to do that safely. One way people have been trying to connect with others in a safer manner has come through something that was seemingly overlooked for many years: the UNM Duck Pond. First being filled in 1976, the Duck Pond has been a place where people can go with their friends and family to enjoy the wonders of nature. Generations alike have been able to enjoy the Duck Pond because it is a change of pace from the city life that is associated with living in Albuquerque. However, the Duck Pond has taken a different role as the world has shifted into a more COVID-centric time. Take August Falco Blanca. August has been an Albuquerque native who has used the pandemic to become more involved with the community. Whether it is expressing his views using social media or helping others through philanthropy work, August's life has been backdropped by the Duck Pond. Throughout the pandemic, August has used the Duck Pond to find a sense of tranquility, using the soothing sounds of flowing water to contrast the craziness of the world around him. The Duck Pond has also helped me in this time. As a newly transplanted resident of Albuquerque, the pandemic has made it extremely difficult to find people to connect with. Coming to the city, I had no connections to friends or family living in the area, so I had to make those connections when I arrived. Due to the restrictions enforced by the university, many of the events used to help the incoming freshmen meet new people were canceled. However, it was the Duck Pond that helped me make my first new friend. I was sitting at the Duck Pond when another freshman came along and sat on the other end of the bench from me. From there we began to talk, eventually leading to one of the few friendships that I have made in my time in Albuquerque, which made this town feel much less lonely for me. The point that I'm trying to make is, regardless of where you come from or where you are in your life, people need a place where they can find community. And the Duck Pond is a great place to find that, especially in a time where meeting people inside is not an option. The Duck Pond is a place where, despite the horrors and fears that are brought on by the world we face today, a person can find peace and tranquility. And above all else, the Duck Pond is a place where people can go to create bonds and friendship in a time where they feel most alone in the world.